What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Another video. I've been trying to ramp up the upload speed for myself, just cranking out more content, more videos, more frequently. And it wasn't until I've probably filmed like 2 or 3 videos at good length that I felt like they just weren't really good enough, I guess. And it's not the perfectionist side of me that says not good enough. It's more the vibe, the feeling. Something about the videos I had been recorded was like, I don't think this is really the one. We've talked about the intuition and how when you know it's right versus when you know it's wrong kind of thing. And the videos I made just didn't really move me. I found myself having a hard time like grasping the proper words to use. And even recorded a video that only picked up like a minute and a half, and then the 20 minutes of me talking, I don't know where it went. It just, for some reason, randomly cut off, wasn't a storage issue, was something beyond knowing kind of thing. And as of late, I've also noticed how there's been certain patterns of just, not gonna say strange behavior, but just things that don't normally happen that have been present in my life and showed up. And I've been trying to navigate it and trying to record and act like everything's fine. It wasn't until I realized that your body is keeping score. However you feel, the emotions you're carrying, things weighing on your mental, those things are all going to play an effect in the things you're creating, in what you're pursuing, whatever you may be doing. And it will shape the art in a way. The emotions, the things your body carries. Now, so just kind of running back. So again, I've tried to film a couple videos, and it just didn't really land the way I would have hoped. It felt kind of just bland. I don't think I want to put this one out. I don't know, there's something about it. And even in the video that was halfway decent, I said something along the lines of like, if it's not the vibe, then I'm not going to put it out. And then as I was watching it, I was like, this video isn't really the vibe, because I've had heaviness on my body, just thinking about certain things, trying to navigate them, but not suppress them, but trying to navigate them. I didn't even understand that I had heaviness on my heart lately. And of course, it's showing up in my videos, in my creations. Can't just pretend everything's all good when it's not. There's gonna be signs. Body language is huge. And just the overall feeling was like, okay, maybe we try to assess what the hell is going on. And I sat down, I thought about it. I thought about a couple things that could be causing a disturbance in my energy frequency. And while I still kind of feel on more neutral ground, as far as like, I don't feel bad about certain things, I don't feel good, but I'm trying to just figure out what the heck is going on. I also had this art session more recently where I was drawing a squid, spent a good amount of time creating it on a canvas until I just didn't like the way it was going. I tried to paint over it, the parts I didn't like, and keep the ones that I did. And then I ended up like putting too much pressure on the canvas. Where is it? I put too much pressure on the canvas paper, and it just had this like, it was just like heavily indented. And for myself, I was like, in the moment, just kind of freaked on it, just got like very angry and ripped the canvas right off of the wooden plank. So that was like very not like myself. Usually I have more chill. I can just be like, okay, I'll paint over this. If we really don't like it, we can regroup, no need to panic. But I literally had anger management issues and just broke the whole thing, threw the canvas paper away. It did give me a little more perspective as far as like what's underneath the canvas, because I've never made them myself, but it looks like you really could do it with some precise like cuts and a little staple gun and just getting a roll of canvas. It doesn't seem too hard to do. I've always just bought canvases. I've never made them myself. But that was odd for me, like ripping up the art instead of kind of just like letting myself make something not as good. If I really don't like it, we can just paint over it and keep going. I've always done that. I've done that before. And then this was another thing. So I was outside of the house, and I usually have the windows open just so the air can flow in. It doesn't get too stagnant, keep the fresh air, bring in more life into the room. And there must have been a bit of a windstorm or just a crazy gust of wind, because I come in and I didn't notice right away, but one of my canvases had fallen to my desk, from the wall to my desk. And I was like, what the heck? Went over there, grabbed it, and was like, yo. And then like 4 of them fell to the floor. One was on my desk. And then one, I don't know which canvas broke this, but I'm thinking it was this one, potentially. And this one that I had hung on the wall, it literally just fell. So this one fell first, this one fell, and just literally created this hole in this canvas. And that was only 2 days after I had just destroyed a canvas. I don't know what that's supposed to tell me, but I do know something was out of alignment and it needed to be further looked into. This was actually, my dad had painted this, and I was hanging on to it for him to come back and finish it one day. But now I'm like, it literally ripped through the canvas paper. Now I'm like, well, fuck, what do I do? So, interesting stuff. It's been like very like revealing, and I'm grateful to have these things happen so I can kind of reassess, go back to the drawing board. And on that note of being grateful, that's something I don't think I hadn't practiced in a while. Just saying like, I'm grateful for the life I live. I'm grateful for the people I have. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my art supplies, my skateboard. Like, you can be grateful for anything. The food in my fridge. Like, the list goes on and on. But I think you need to be actively preaching what you're grateful for. Show the world that you appreciate all you have, because it's hard to get more when you're not grateful for what you have. Just in an energy sense, I don't think that really lines up. And upon like realizing that, I was like, I haven't said what I'm grateful for in a while. No wonder I'm feeling out of it. I have conflicting just like dilemmas with certain relationships in my life that I'm trying to figure out, how do I move forward, whether I engage or not, kind of thing. And somewhat of the stresses of feeling like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I wish I was further along in this career. I wish I didn't have to go to this place and spend significant time. And, just naturally, just being a human, having frustrations. The way this world is designed is frustrating. All the things that are happening as of late and have probably always been happening, but now we get to see them. It's just like, that can kind of boil your blood and upset you because nothing makes sense at times. And I'm not listening to anybody tell me how to navigate this stuff. I love and appreciate advice and people's opinions, but I think for myself. I ask myself the questions. I go back to the drawing board with me, myself, and we work it out. We try to figure out where we at, why things are going the way they're going. How can I become a better version of myself? What tasks, what ideas should I implement to become the person I want to be? A lot of people are kind of waiting for someone to tell them what it is, tell them what to do, what's right and wrong. We got to think for ourselves, man. There's nothing wrong with respecting the wisdom of your elders and like people you respect and trust, but don't trust anybody without thinking for yourself. Even me, right? Like, to many of you, I'm just a guy that you're seeing through this rectangle screen, talking to you loud and clear. Even the stuff I say, you should challenge and question. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. Like, make your own structures in life. Think for yourself. And just, without getting too off topic, guys, I just wanted to talk about how your emotional state is going to bleed into your art, and all the nuances of things that you're experiencing in your life go into the things you're actively doing. If you're trying to create a song when you're going through an intense breakup, or you lose your job, or you're any which scenario, things that bring out these heavy emotions, you can't just put those to the side when you sit down to create or stand up to create. however that looks, whatever that sounds like to you guys. It's really something that you have to get right with. And me trying to make those videos and being like, this is good enough, let's put it out, but had even said, if the vibe isn't right, I don't put it out. And that's just what it is. So trying to create was one thing, and then sitting back down and being like, you know what? This is not it. The fact that I was struggling in ways that I didn't understand slowed down my progress in art and just in general, what I was trying to do. It wasn't until I took a step back, found some awareness, thought about the things I'm experiencing and going through, and now having that awareness, I'm like, okay, we'll figure it out. It's there, I'm acknowledging it. I'm grateful for the struggle. And now I'm here talking more fluidly, more free, more aware of how I'm feeling and what I'm actually going through. So I can more accurately create and be in a good mind space, find a good flow. Don't let things just completely knock me off center and throw me off pivot, and just get down to it. So guys, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. You're a real one. Thank you for tuning in. And really guys, the journey continues. There's a lot of beautiful things to be doing in this life, and I hope you're out there doing it.